What is up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, and social well-being. And today, guys, I'm going to be taking you through this past Tuesday's workout, pretty much explaining to you what was going on with the workout, what was going through my mind, and then after that, just talking you guys to a little bit about like this upcoming meet, what my mindset is now going into it. Now that you guys have met Michael, who is someone who I'll be competing against in my weight class, pretty much what's going on and like what I'm thinking, what I'm planning on doing. Leading up to the meet, what I'm going to be doing after the meet, just updating you on all things powerlifting related as far as the TheSwolefessor. So before I get into that, just so you guys know, Amber did join me for this workout. You guys have seen her on the channel before, and I'll have all of her information either on screen or in the description box down below as far as her Instagram and other social medias for those of you who want to check her out. Anyway, getting right into it. Right now, as you guys can see, we're both just warming up on deadlifts. We both started off with just 135, then I went to 225, and she went to 185. Amber was working up to 3 sets of 3 with, I want to say, 230 or 235, and I'm working up to a double with 475 pounds as is required for the peaking of this meet. Now, what you guys are going to notice is that starting off on these warm-up sets, my form is looking pretty good. All in all, I want to say each week my form looks a little bit better as far as conventional, even though it never feels quite perfect as good as I wanted to. Just when I'm comparing it to my sumo, it still all in all just feels a lot tighter, a lot better. But you guys will notice with my last warm set of 435 and then the actual set of 475 itself, that there is going to be a little bit of form breakdown, not in the sense of where I'm just completely rounded or look like a cat, but you can tell that I lose a little bit of tightness and that I'm just not pulling up quite as strong as I'd like to, and my head will come up a little bit instead of keeping my spine in a neutral position. But that's to be expected, guys. I'm actually still very happy with this PR just because I've never pulled 475 for a double before, as well as the fact that it is 93% of my last max, which was 510 pounds. So when you're working with 90+%, it's to be expected that your form isn't going to be perfect, especially the first time you're going for a PR, and that's okay. It just shows you kind of what you need to work on as far as weaknesses and everything like that. But all in all, I was still very happy with this pull. Could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot better, and I don't make excuses for like, oh, well, it's just heavyweight, so it's okay, just get it up. No, it's definitely something to work on. However, as I am peaking, I understand that I don't have as much time as I'd like to just lower the weight and work on technique as much as I want, but that's okay, because keeping in mind right now, I'm still in a fatigued state, but come meet day, I will be fresh, so everything should be moving a lot smoother, and everything should just be a lot tighter all in all. As for Amber, she pretty much did excellent on all 3 sets as far as the weight she was working with, which looks like it was 235 pounds. So definitely proud of just how far she's come. Like I mentioned in the last video with her, she's been lifting for only a couple of years, but that first year was pretty much just focused on weight loss, and now she's really focused on building some strength. So she's definitely been doing great with that. So after this, guys, we went into our Romanian deadlifts. You guys have already seen this before. You guys, I'm pretty sure have seen this entire workout before, so nothing really new. Just focus on posterior chain work after deadlifts. Right now, using straps just to not take away from my grip for the rest of the movements that we do, or usually it's to not take away from weighted pull-ups, which we actually didn't even do, so it's kind of pointless. I actually wish I didn't have them on for this, just so I could have gotten a little bit more grip work, but no big deal, it happens. But yeah, so after our Romanian deadlifts, we pretty much went into straight arm lat pull downs, rear delt face pulls, which I will actually be doing an entire video for you guys pretty soon, as well as just shoulders in general. I went to barbell curls, she had glute bridges, and then, some other accessory work. You guys will see all of that on screen. But let's talk about pretty much what's going on with me leading up into this meet. So for those of you who haven't seen the video of Michael and I, you guys should definitely go check that out. Specifically when we talk about, how we deal with competition, or how we both view competition. And it was a Social Wellbeing Sunday video, because essentially, to catch you guys up, my bench is a little bit stronger than Michael's, but he has over 100 pounds on me in terms of his squat and over 100 pounds on me in terms of his deadlift. Now, even though I understand that, hey, yeah, the dude's been lifting for almost twice as long as me, and even though I come up with all these reasons as to why he's stronger than me, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is he's probably going to beat me in this upcoming meet. Now, once again, as we both mentioned in that video, anything can happen. That's no excuse to slack. There's no excuse to not go in there with the mentality of, hey, I'm going to put it all out there. I'm not just going to ignore my competition, have this, oh, it's just me versus the bar attitude. No, I'm going to go in there, put it all out there, and just see where I place. But it doesn't take away, guys, still from what my main goals are, which are the following. The first is a 1,300 pound total. You guys are aware those of you who saw my last meet video, that I did not achieve that goal. Even though I won, I did not get the 1,300 pound total that I wanted. For those of you who want to check that out, go ahead and feel free to. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But the bottom line is, guys, I believe every powerlifter's first goal at every meet should be to increase their total. And even though I did manage to do that at my last meet, I increased my total from this past meet than I did from my second meet. It wasn't the 1,300 pound that I wanted. So this time around, I have no excuse not to get that. Second goal is to simply hit a couple of PRs. I definitely want a PR on deadlift, just because I feel like my conventional, as far as just form and strength, has come a long way in comparison to my last meet when I only had like about a couple of months to work with it. I've had more time to really just work on perfecting that as close to perfect as I've gotten anyway. So I just really want a PR on the deadlifts for sure. And then, you know, PR on squats would be nice too. I want a PR on everything, but the thing with benches, guys, and I've explained it to you guys before, I feel like I'm getting to the point where the amount of weight I'm lifting on bench and my body weight, I can't just get as strong and as quickly as what I'd like. So it's really going to take proper just programming, planning, working on my weaknesses on the bench itself, just to really add even just like 5 more pounds to whatever my max is. But I do think I'm going to be able to lift a little bit more weight. Definitely more weight than I did in my last meet. Just when you guys check that out, you'll see I only actually hit my opener, and you'll find out why if you check out that video. But hopefully I can hit a few more pounds than my personal best that I've hit at a meet ever. So the goal is to hopefully beat a 341 bench as far as competition. Now, outside of that, just as far as powerlifting in general, guys, I've decided, or this prep has pretty much helped me to decide, that I will be looking into getting a coach once this meet is over. Reason being, guys, is, as I have explained in the past, I was on the UNT powerlifting team when I was still in college for my first 2 meets, and having a coach, having teammates, having people there to help guide you just makes all the difference in the world. Now, even though with this past meet, I pretty much did my own prep and pretty much coached myself, it went really well, but that's because I wasn't quite as overwhelmed as what I am now. I'm just doing a lot more this time around than I was during my last prep, as far as my clientele has gone up. My online training clientele has gone up, selling, you know, the $20 programs and writing those out for you guys, as well as, like, you know, trying to be consistent with coming out with informative content for you guys. It's just been really hard to be objective with myself and my training, in the sense of I've often ran myself into the ground. Like, I'm not the type of person who will be like, oh, hey man, you did plenty, ease up. No, I'm the type of person who will push myself a lot harder than what I need to, as well as just wanting someone to maybe help me better figure out RPE, or just write a more custom-based program that's tailored to me, the same way that I do for a lot of you. Just because, yeah, it's one thing to, like, you know, have a percentage-based program and just follow it, and the one that I've been using for the past couple of meets did work really well. But since I've pretty much stayed at the same body weight but built strength, like, I've gotten a lot stronger at the same body weight, the cumulative volume has just been destroying me this time around. Like, it's a lot more than what it probably should be. It's been really hard to recover from. So it's just one of those things where I think having a program that's more tailored to what my goals are will be really good for me. And having someone who can be objective when making that program and looking at the ins and outs of everything that I need to work on, and just help me with little technical things like technique and cues, it's just going to be really useful to me. So that's pretty much what I'm planning to do after this meet. So I've been looking around trying to decide how I want to go about, like, you know, deciding who exactly it is that I want to coach me. But outside of that, guys, I'm really excited for this meet. I know I've said it before, but I just can't express it enough, because you guys have to understand, for me, it's just a chance to really test myself against stronger lifters and really see where I stand, so that if I ever do decide to do something like go to a national meet, I'll have a better idea of where I'm at currently and what I need to work on, so that I can just bring the best that I can to the stage if I ever decide to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's it for this video. That's it for, like, pretty much where my head is right now. Be on the lookout for more videos directly related to this upcoming meet during this upcoming week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you did not, leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific, and I'll catch y'all later.